In this video, we're gonna talk about my formula for success. Disclaimer, I don't pretend to know everything. I just know the stuff that I know to be true for me. These videos are to document my knowledge and my experience at this point in time in my journey. And as always, I expect to grow and to change. My name is Sumner and I'm the CEO of Sumner Social. And in this video, I'm gonna talk to you about the formula that I've created that has been so instrumental in my growth as an entrepreneur, and hopefully you can take it, implement it into your life, and get some amazing results as well. And it will help you achieve the outcomes that you desire. So let's go back 3 years ago. I'm sitting there, I'm trying to dial up a framework for creating success and ultimately reaching my goals. At this point, I had noticed that there was something a little bit different about me. All my friends, they went different ways, they took different paths, they had different journeys and different purposes, and that was awesome. And for me, what they were doing really didn't align with what I wanted to do. At this point, I had been doing more personal development than anyone you've ever met. Seriously. You know, listening to self-help, hiring coaches, meditating twice a day, reading books. I was doing it all. My headphones were like an online university. I would go to sleep listening to Bob Proctor, Tony Robbins, Joe Dispenza, you name it. I was obsessed with personal growth. At this point, I was starting to see tons of change, personal growth, and I was starting to see some success in my life. And so I wanted to create a framework that I could follow so I could continue that growth. And as I was sitting there, this formula just came to me. So it looked like this: A times A plus A equals ideal scene. And the first step was to get really clear on the other side of the equation, ideal scene. What did I want? And I believe that's the same for you. What do you want? You need to get really clear on the life that you want. What is the life you want? What does it look like? Who is it with? Where do you live? What do you have? Who have you become? Ideal scene isn't about one thing that you want to get. Oh, I want to buy a new house. Oh, I want to have a car. It's about all aspects of your life. Once you know exactly what you want, you can now solve for the other side of the equation. So let's knock off each component of this formula. A number one, alignment. So when I was deciding about my modern scene, I wrote down a bunch of stuff. A modern house, abundance of money, freedom to do what I wanted, when I wanted, be my own boss, travel the world, ultimately be at peace and be happy with the life around me. My first realization was asking, why did I want these things? Why did I want a new house? Why did I want more money? And what I realized is I wanted each of these things because I believed I would feel better if I had them. So at the end of the day, I just wanted to feel better. Also already knew that in your life, you can always find something to be thankful for. Even in the worst situation, you can find an aspect of your life that you can be thankful for. If you're breathing, you could find at the most basic level an appreciation that you can fill your lungs up with air. So if I wanted all these things to feel better, then the truth is, technically, I could feel better right now without having any of those things that I think will make me feel better. To do that, I had to shift my attention from the things that I didn't have to everything that I appreciated and that was amazing that I already had in my life. That right there, that is alignment. Who would you be? How would you feel if you were already living your ideal life? Then become that person. It wasn't fake it till I make it. It was put my attention on the aspects of my life that I appreciate and that can help me feel better right now. In turn, I felt better, I had more energy, I had better relationships, my knowledge increased, my skills increased, my network increased, and my net worth increased. And that's how I was able to get into alignment with my ideal scene. Next, it's alignment times awareness. Someone makes 6 figures a year because they're not aware of how to make 6 figures a month. And if you can multiply your awareness, you're gonna find new information and new skills that will level you up. Your awareness is expanded from within. A lot of times we have these aha moments, and in an instant, just like that, everything comes together. You're able to understand something that you couldn't figure out for weeks or even months. Most of the time, it was very simple. This is an expansion of awareness. For me, a lot of times, I find a new way to look at something that helps me move forward and progress. I love to use the example of a roller coaster at a theme park. So when we're younger, right, we always ride the kiddie rides. One day, when we're tall enough, get up the courage, we decide that we're gonna ride the grown-up rides, the Hulk or Top Gun. And when we do, we have so much fun and excitement. We never go back to ride the kiddie rides, or if we do, they're never as fun. What happened? your awareness was expanded. Then finally, the last part of the equation, plus accountability. We all have bad days. We all have days that we don't feel like going forward. We don't feel like we're in alignment. You don't feel like we're even on track to reach what we want or our ideal scene. This is where you need people in your circle that can hold you accountable. Or you can be disciplined enough to hold yourself accountable. 90% of us can't do it by ourselves. I know for me, I can't always do it. The best part is you moving towards your ideal scene helps others be accountable to moving towards theirs. And that's it. So alignment times awareness plus accountability equals your ideal scene or your goal. This is the formula that I've created and I've lived by for the last few years. Straight up, it's changed my life and I hope it helps yours as well. Let's get it.